When I started SEC, I thought I wouldn't fit in. Actually, I was actually really kind of scared, but there's such a variety of people there.
Everybody's there for a reason, and it's all the same reason, and they're all there to help each other out.
I just love being around the younger people. Being around the younger people, you can all learn from each other.
My name is Mike Spears.
I'm Piggy Wunderlich.
My name's Michelle, and I'm on to something.
I know it's nothing to brag about, but anyway, I caught fish right on Main Street.
Benita
and Cody.
Grooms. We have here a picture of our home that was a gift to us from our children for our 50th wedding anniversary. And I have a button on that I got in 1991 at the Oakville homecoming. And I wore it every day until we got back into Oakville.
That's when they came in by boat.
Yeah, that's true. They did. They came in by boat about a week later and picked up the picture.
My name is Barb Beating, formerly from Oakville, temporarily living in Waplo right now. Lived in Oakville for 40-some plus years. Worked at the Oakville Post Office 30 years, was postmaster there for 23 of those years. I brought a teapot from a teapot collection that I have, and then my husband had an arrowhead collection. I lost my husband just a little over a month ago, so it's been hard. I lost my home and now my husband.
Ethel Whitaker, our 60th wedding anniversary. Well, this was our 50th, a little bit, 50th gift. I miss my old home, but even if I bought one of the newer homes here and fixed it up, it wouldn't be home to me. I wish I had a real clear picture of the cedar chest, because it's just like new now.
I'm Nancy Hodges. I've lived here in Oakville almost all my life. And then after the flood, I happen to remember this figurine, which was my grandmother's, who I never knew. I happen to remember where it was at. So we pried the dresser open, and she's still safe.
Mary Lance, Kelsey,
Alyssa, Brittany.
Oh, I guess the biggest thing is we moved out on a Wednesday before the flood. The levee broke on Saturday, and we got most of our belongings out, and then we tried to restore our home to what it was, changed a few things, and we're glad to be back home. We were out for 7 months.
And we moved in on my birthday.
My name is Robert Brown. I've lived here all my life. This is the first time I've ever been through a flood. It was quite a dramatic situation. I have a farm out there with our farm, and I lost all my crops, and we're getting ready to plant again. I've got the fields cleaned up and ready to go.
Mary Brown. This is my mother hand embroidered all these flower birds, and I helped her put it together, and then she hand embroidered it, or hand quilted it, and then she gave it to me as a housewarming present the year before she died. It's very, very precious to me.
My name is Joan Gerst. Lived here all my life until the flood, and I'm the town clerk. And I've been the town clerk since '79. This is a knitted sampler Afghan that was made by my sister Mary Brown, and it's a lot of work in it. I didn't get everything out. Now I'm living high and dry now.
Wanda Messina. I don't know, it's a terrible thing, but we all survived, which is lucky.
I'm Bob Siegel.
Leanne Siegel.
Not a lot. Some of it was a foot deep, and others was not that deep. Most of it didn't have any sand on it.
Annie Gerst.
Carol Gerst.
We've lived 41 years. We're married. Lived here all of our life, growing up. Church work. Our church is
That's
here.
Where our
Oakville
end
Community
is.
Bible Church.
And we still have friends here.
I'm Larry McCannon.
I'm Willa McCannon.
We're both from Oakville. We had this on our pole out there, and our grandkids, whenever they come up to visit, why, they always had to ring the bell.
They knew they was at Grandma's house when they got to the bell, so they rang the bell on the way in, and they rang it on the way out.
My name is Nancy Heiniger. I lived in Huron Township for 31 years. My total way of life was gone after the flood. I did save a little bit of favorite furniture, my pictures, most of my pictures, thankfully, and a really old Bible in honor of my grandparents for like 50 years ago. I still have my 2 cats, and one of my dogs has a wonderful, wonderful home now. Misty. Her name is Misty.
Brenda Ely. I lived in Oakville all my life.
My name's Daniel Crow. I've lived here for 30 years in Oakville. I work at Tri-Oak Foods. It took me about 3 days to come down to even look at my house to see what it looked like, because I didn't know if I wanted to go there or not. Muddy mess.
And mold.
And mold, yes.
Smell. Yeah, the mold was, yeah. I left town. And then when I came back, 2 weeks, it was 2 weeks that we got back in there. He called me and said, it's time to come home, you can get in. When we got in there, it was bad. First thing my son started doing was tearing up the carpets and getting the carpets out. And that day, which we only had till 8 o'clock to be here, and started ripping everything out and wiping the walls down with Clorox, and it did not spread. Oh, Melody Crow.
Brendan Crow.
He's our grandson, and you come to Oakville all the time, don't you? He stays with us a lot, and
It's the flood that came to Grandma's house.
yeah, so it's hard on the kids. It really is hard on the kids. Yeah, to the little kids, they read it and they told them about it.
It still said on one of our laps, will you read this to us?
Alan Googler.
Monica Googler.
Sierra Googler. Colton Googler.
This is Caden.
We got back December 15th.
On my bike, but the worst thing is I got a flat tire.
With all the nails.
I'm Joe Whitaker, and I just got moved back into my house about a month ago. Grew up there, and then I bought the house for my parents in '98, and I've lived there since.
Jackie Harlow from Oakville, Iowa. Lazy K Trailer Park. Opening up the front doors to every one of the trailers that I had, all the rental units, 7 of them.
I'm Georgia Boswell. This is Easton Elton. Say I'm Emerald Elton. Say it.
No.
This is Emerald Elton.
I'm Liam Elton.
Just that I had this baby about 2 weeks before the flood, and he hasn't had a home yet. We're hoping to get into it pretty soon. We pretty much lost everything, but we got ourselves.
I'm Dylan Freitag.
What do you have?
And I have my great grandma's tea kettle.
My name is Billy. I'm the boys' dad, and I have my dad and my granddad's flag and my dad's medals from Vietnam.
I'm Logan, and I have my great-great-grandma's Traman cookie jar.
Well, I sat out on the front porch the night the levee broke, and I sat out there and listened to the river roar for over an hour. When I seen the water come up from the neighbor's yard, me and a buddy of mine jumped in the truck and took off. Everything I own's upstairs in my house, and today I finally, my drywall's done, my paint's done. Today I finally had my cupboards, and I might be in next month.
My name is Rachel Burns.
Roger Foster, Spot. And I'm Roger Foster second, and this is Dodger. It was a mess. A definite mess.
Bill Kimler, Bettendorf, helping with reconstruction.
Jerry Getty with Bettendorf Presbyterian Church. We're down here helping out with reconstruction.
And Alan Hale from Bettendorf Presbyterian, and we're down here reconstructing. Last August, and pretty discouraging. And it's so nice to see coming back and seeing the houses being ready to move in.
I'm Linda Avery. I'm demo monitor for the city of Oakville.
My name is Dan Buck. I'm the project manager for flood recovery in the city of Oakville. I've been here since September 2008. Well, it's a mess. It was a mess that's getting better.
When I first came to town, you could see all the lines marking where the flood had been on all the buildings, and so now seeing how far they've come and the volunteers working, it's amazing to see what's going on in this town.
Hi, my name is Debbie Fox, and I've been living in Oakville for the past 7 years. We lost our home in the flood, but we are coming back, getting our home rebuilt. I would like to make our home into a little cafe, and that's what our goal is. I've been cooking for the volunteers since August, and for the locals Monday to Friday. and happy to come back to Oakville.
Dale and Kathy Whitaker.
It just, if anything good came out of it, we got to meet a lot of nice people. And I think it brought a lot of people closer together.
I think the tightness of the community is even tighter now.
My name's Paul Luke Gustafson. I go under the name of Luke. Some people call me the Dynamite Kid when I was younger. But after this big flood that they had, I just figured that when we were allowed into town, that somewhere along the line that I could catch fish in those ditches. And I did catch fish right by the handy-dandy grocery store at the junction of Highway 99 and Russell Street. So I know it's nothing to brag about, but anyway, I caught fish right on Main Street. So I guess that's the end of my story.